My name is Gloria. I'm 65 years of age. For most of my life I worked freelance for myself. I was a photographic model and a fashion model. For the last 15 years I worked for many big companies around the world with corporate event works. And when I was 60, when I realised that I just couldn't work any longer because I couldn't go into stores, I couldn't go into studios, my life completely finished. I had to retire, but I would have carried on working if I could have done, but life became a very isolating situation for me. But I'm going to say that I have one life and I've adapted it and I can live a life. It's a normal life to me. But if people view my life, if they were a fly on the wall and they viewed my life, it would be a very abnormal life. I won't go into modern coffee shops. They're too electric, too magnetic. You can't watch television. I didn't watch television for 5 years, and I have actually started to be able to watch television up to a couple of hours, but as long as I stay well away from the television screen, you adapt your life. You realise what area is making you ill and what areas you can, manoeuvre around. I mean, I'm so electrically sensitive that even I can't have my mother-in-law visit me. She has hearing aids and I'm battery sensitive as well. I don't wear a ring now, metals, I don't wear a watch because the battery in the watches make me sick, nauseous, headache, burning. It's very difficult for people to understand when they don't suffer from this. It's like if you say to somebody, I'm electrosensitive, they blank their faces. It's a strange 21st century condition. I'd love them to recognise it, because if the government recognised it, then it would be an ongoing thing to doctors, and then they would recognise it. Because I've paid my national insurance money all these years, so why isn't somebody checking my blood, checking my urine, checking my white blood cells? I wasn't born with this condition. This has happened. I think it's a problem that's one day, it's like cancer. One day it would be wonderful for somebody to say, I know what's causing that. There are many different reasons why we get electrosensitivity, but there are thousands and thousands of people that are suffering all over the world. I'm thinking that maybe 20 years' time, you'll be able to say to somebody, I'm electrosensitive, and they'll say, oh, I am sorry, how are you coping? And that would be wonderful just for people to understand what you're going through.